Thank you for listening to the Jank Collective podcast. Before we get started, this is a mature-rated podcast. If swearing or adult jokes or dark humor offends you, or you're sensitive to such subjects, please click away now. Thank you. Welcome everyone to the Jank Collective podcast. I am your host Alex, and I have three of the usuals with me. I have Corey.
The usuals.
Hello.
I have Sean.
Hi, everybody.
And I have Mitch.
Doctors?
How's everyone doing today?
Great.
Great.
I'm a little drug-induced at the moment, but I'm doing okay.
Fucking drugs.
Yeah, just glad to not be working at this time of day.
Man, he is a lady of the night for our internet viewers.
working that overtime.
You know it, Daddy-O.
Ziggy says if you want to go back, you got to work the shaft.
Oh, Nelly.
Starting off the week strong.
It's true. It's true. What's going on, everybody?
It's going, you know. Lots of gaming, not of the good kind, but you know, lots of gaming.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Sean, what have you been doing the last few weeks?
Well, I had my guts cut open and pushed back in, and I've been enhanced with mesh. So, yeah, I've been basically high for most of the time on opioids, and haven't been able to sit for very long. So, that's due to my secondary job. You know what I'm saying, Mitch? No, I had surgery this week, so fix a hernia that I've been fucking dealing with for like 10 years because I'm an old man. So my voice is a little bit fucked up today. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Nope.
So no? Okay, good. It sounds like this. I sound like a smoker usually. So it's been a treat. It's been a treat. I haven't been playing much. Yesterday is my first time actually trying a game, so I played. Oh, and there's my bird. He decided he was going to join me. Yeah, I haven't been doing much. Just literally been lying around watching TV and shit, and looking at all the millions of spoilers we have. So I guess there's that.
Spoilers.
So many.
Anything you've been playing or watching that you want to talk about?
A lot of Food Network. I like watching Shop Canada. I don't know, man. Like when you're literally stuck inside, like lying around, like for fucking since last Thursday, you don't want to watch anything. Nothing is good. Like TV sucks. So I've watched all of YouTube though, and there's a million spoilers for Star Wars. So avoid everything. Avoid everything.
Yep. r/I'm going to hell for this has been posting spoilers on all their things. So if you are on Reddit and you see an r/I'm going to hell for this on the front page, don't click on it because it's probably gonna have Star Wars spoilers.
Yeah. Fuck those people.
Thankfully, I haven't stumbled upon that yet. I just saw that on r/Star Wars. They're warning people not to go there. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally everywhere. In fact, there's a fucking commercial. I don't know if you guys heard of this. I'm sure other people have. There's a fucking commercial that's done for Star Wars by Disney saying, like, don't let people spoil it for you. And then there's a scene or something that they show that isn't shown in any other fucking trailer. So I'm like, you sons of bitches. So thankfully I read that. So it came on. I was cooking dinner tonight and the fucking thing came up and I was like, I'm not doing it. So look down, start screaming, and just get it out of my head.
Yeah, when after trailer 2 came out for Last Jedi, I'm like, no more. I'm not watching anymore. You can't make me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Mitch, what have you been playing for the last few weeks? Because we missed you on the last podcast, so.
Oh, man. I've just been working, like I said last time. That's why I missed last week. It's like 6 straight week of like 130, 140 hours. When I have been at home, been PC gaming, playing The Division. I love The Division, so I had it on Xbox, but now I'm leveling it up on the PC so I can play with a couple of different guys. Played some Battlefield. Not digging it, Sean.
What? You need to play
I've unlocked about 20 loot boxes now. The only class I play is Assault. I haven't unlocked one Assault thing yet.
By
I find that
Battlefield,
kind
he
of
means
frustrating.
Battlefront, by the way.
Or
Battlefield 2.
Battlefront, sorry. Yeah.
Just so we don't get anything confused here.
He said loot
Gameplay's
boxes,
awesome. The graphics awesome. I like everything about it, but that progression system, man, they gotta scratch that and go back to the beginning with that thing.
We're playing after this, right? So we'll see what's going on.
And then the last 2 nights, I jumped in an indie game. It's called There Are Billions. It's like a RTS slash tower defense game where you're kind of building a base, typical stuff, getting wood, getting stone, building forts, and more zombies just keep coming, and you got to expand out. And the goal of the game is just to make it a certain amount of nights. So the standard mode is you got to survive 100 nights. So far, I've only made it to 30. So, but really digging that.
It's like a phone game.
No, it's like when you zoom in, the graphics are beautiful. It's kind of cell shaded steampunk themed.
Mm-hmm.
I could see why you think that, yeah. But if
What's
you've
it
seen
called?
how many zombies they draw on the screen, like it looks like there's a billion zombies coming at you after a couple of waves. So they are billions.
Interesting.
They are billions.
Oh, no multitasking.
Looks pretty neato.
It's still in early access, so but I'm digging it. I'm an RTS kind of guy, so I just liked it. I like it. There's a lot of times where it's like that scene in the Tom Cruise movie there, where there's like 100,000 zombies climbing the wall. That's what it looks like when you're playing the game. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Gun?
give that a look once it's out of early access. That's
a
pretty
little
cool.
jealous. I haven't been able to keep up with the spoilers, but I took the week off and the weekend off, so I'm going to catch up. Listen to our last podcast on Saturday. I queued it up the other night and fell asleep 5 minutes in. So I hear there's a surprise or something good at the end. So
yeah, there's a good thing at the end there.
I fell asleep during the podcast. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's me.
That's good.
Cool.
Corey, what have you been playing last couple of weeks? Or last week, I guess, since our last podcast.
Playing? I don't know. I've been playing some. I played a bunch of Hearthstone actually.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Hearthstone player. I tried it when it first came out, but then I don't know. I'm not really into digital card games. But the new Cobalts and Catacombs dungeon run is really fun.
I'm playing it right now.
Yeah.
Literally. Fuck you guys are boring.
I think it's just the unlocking and building your deck as you go. It's really cool. So it's kind of like a different experience every time.
It's great because you don't have to have like fucking $1,000 of cards to play it because they supply you with everything. So and it's different
really cool.
every time.
If you're looking for a card game to play on the go, Hearthstone is free to download. The Kobolds and Catacombs is a free DLC, and you can just play whenever you want. There's no rewards for doing it, but it's just a fun time waster when you have like 20 minutes.
You do unlock some cards, I think. I don't know if it's just...
As you level, I think.
Yeah, as you like level up your class, you get some cards, but they're usually just golden cards, not really stuff that you need.
I got like a whole bunch of packs. I don't know. Maybe
you can get packs for doing it like during this like intro week or intro couple weeks for it, which is kind of neato. It's like, oh hey, thanks Blizzard for these free packs that I'll never use because I don't play ranked.
Yeah. So I've been playing that and just dabbling in Battlefront as usual.
That's fair.
And then just trying to fucking take in all these spoilers, man.
Have you tried the new map yet, Corey? That was just today it got released, right?
Oh yeah, there's the new Resistance versus First Order thing for Battlefront, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw a video of it. It looks so fucking cool, man. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I guess we'll probably play a little bit of that tonight before I get.
Oh, now we're playing.
And there's new DLC single player too that I want to check out as well.
That's fair.
It's all free. It's all free, motherfuckers.
Thanks, EA.
Oh no. But dude, we had to pay to get Phasma and Finn, right? Oh wait, no, it was just unlocked automatically.
I even saved up credits.
Yeah, I actually
I'll have
did.
to buy some loot boxes.
Yeah, Yeah. Mitch, you're just jealous you can't pay to win. So sorry, bud.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's been too many spoilers for me personally.
It's
so
way
many
too
spoilers
much.
now.
I like
They
a
shouldn't have
slow drip, and now that we know it's not even coming out, like we won't see it till next month. It's kind of like, well,
Yeah.
fuck my ass. What else?
So, I've been playing a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege still. Been playing way too much of that, an unhealthy amount, some would say. That game's been
Is
actually
that in
really fun.
season 3 now, or year
We're
3 or
in
whatever?
year 2, season 4 is what it's.
Oh, okay.
The official name is, where they released 3 operators, 2 for the South Korean 707th Special Battalion, and 1 for the Polish Grom. The Polish Grom one is probably the most controversial because she can just pick herself up with no relation to her gadget. She's like, I'm tough. I'm gonna pick myself up from a down state, and you're like, why? Doc makes sense because he has a stim pistol and can revive himself, but she's like, I'm strong, and then just picks herself up, but she has only 1 HP. So you're like, I guess I'll just shoot you in the head again. Okay. Though I haven't played a lot of her. Been playing a lot of Dokebi, a little phone gremlin. I just call the enemy team and then get upset when they don't pick up, and then proceed to shoot them all. That's been fun.
That game's fun.
That game is a lot of fun. You guys should totally get it and play with me so I can feel better about myself. It's like $20. You don't get any. You get like 1 or 2 operators, but yeah.
I don't know if I can handle getting my shit pushed in on a new game right now.
That's fair. It's a tough game.
I've watched videos. It's more like Counter-Strike.
It's kind of like Counter-Strike. So
like you just peek and you're dead.
Yeah, super hardcore. You can get 1 tap by a pistol. It's fucking fantastic. Been playing a lot. Played a little bit of the Hearthstone expansion, Kobolds and Catacombs, and joined the dungeon runs.
Have you beaten it?
I have not beaten it because I'm a casual baddie and can't get past the 6th.
Just play Paladin. Paladin OP.
Is it? I'll have to check that out.
He was when I played him.
Been playing a little bit of Battle Brothers. It's a turn-based strategy game set in a low fantasy world where there's not a whole lot of magic, but there's monsters, and you have a mercenary company, and you start from the ground up with nothing. Like, you essentially have like pitchforks and wooden shields, and then like cloth sacks for armor, and then you just kind of work your way up, building up your company. You're going to lose a lot of dudes, so you kind of have to get used to it. The art style is a little bit weird, but you kind of get over it after a little while.
I'm not trying to judge you, but this is like an old man game.
I really enjoy turn-based strategies.
Okay.
So that's been quite a bit of fun. I've also re-downloaded Dirty Bomb because I heard there were some new mercenaries in that game, and I proceeded to only pick Proxy, who's one of the fastest characters in the game, has a pump shotgun, and throws down a mine that can insta-kill people. So, and you're just like throwing down the mine and then immediately shoot the mine, because why would you ever let the mine arm when you can just shoot it and murder people? And that's fantastic. So
I just gotta throw out there, none of these guys have legs.
Yeah.
Look, don't judge game? Battle Brothers. It's a fantastic work of art.
I see corpses with no legs lying on the ground. It's
pretty
interesting.
Cool. Think of it like chess, and that's kind of what you're getting at. But pretty neato. They just add some free DLC, which is always good in my opinion.
Free
DLC. There's a new boss monster that you can go and hunt, and there's new armor sets and new banners. So pretty cool stuff. And then in terms of Destiny, I have not played anything. So.
Whoa. We played TTS and you didn't want to come because
I was playing
busy.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah, everything else, yeah. Running a podcast. No, okay, I gotta play Rainbow Six. That's it. This is a Rainbow Six now.
It's a Rainbow Six Siege themed podcast. This week we're going to talk about Dokebi and how she's super useful.
Different language.
Text me when you're done.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
Yeah. I'm fucking itching to play some competitive Destiny. I don't know about you guys.
You know what? I'm
itching.
feeling the bite again. I've been trying to theory craft a deck that could beat the Kanan Qui-Gon and R2-P2 meta. And I'm thinking I might be onto something, but I'm gonna need to do some further testing.
I'm trying to decide if it's worth the effort, though.
I want to just to say I can.
Fair enough.
Well, I think the decks that are strong now are still going to be good after Legacies. You might see slight differences, but you're still going to see heavy shield.
Well,
So I don't think it's wrong to test against that shit. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So,
Nice.
instead of shield hate, it's unblockable. So, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Get ready for that.
If there's only one fucking player here that plays Shield, so Corey,
What
get
does
ready
it mean?
Get ready for it, Corey.
Get ready for it, Corey. It'll be fun.
I don't even
You
put those
don't need any
tokens in
help
my
beating my
box.
boss list.
You put 2 in just in case to get them at the start of the game.
Yeah, in case I win the roll off. Yeah.
Oh man. So I guess because we kind of hinted at it, there's been a ridiculous amount of spoilers in the past 2 weeks.
Yep.
We
Way
had
too
nothing for months. It was like, here's a spoiler article, guys. Here's 7 new cards, and it's like, oh wow, this is neato. Are we gonna see something next week? I'm like, nah.
Corey called it. The PR guy was on holidays. Man.
I think he just forgot to hit send on his email. It was all there. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Send and receive.
Yeah.
No,
He's
it's
like,
kinda
okay,
ridiculous.
I did X-Wing, I did Armada, I did L5R, I did
We're good.
Assault, I did Legion. What else is there? Oh shit, Destiny! And he's like, that releases next week. And so he's like, dump all of the spoilers.
Yes,
Oh.
according to Stars Destiny DB, we've seen almost 100 cards already.
Yep.
And I can't think of half of these.
No, it's crazy.
98
I don't
out
even-
of 179, and we've seen most of the rivals set now.
How many spoilers did we get after our last spoiler episode? Like, it's insane. I don't even remember which ones we spoiled now, or
We
didn't
did-
spoil. We
we
spoke
We
did
did the
yellow.
yellow article, and the day after we recorded it, the
Yeah.
red article came out, and then there were
Nice.
so many spoilers from all the content creators. It was like, what the heck?
Yeah. Don't
like
worry, guys.
every-
We didn't want to bombard you, so we didn't ask to get any of these. So for our 20 views, we did that for you because we didn't want to overwhelm you. It's fine.
We know that we would have made a video, and then one person would have went in, scream capped everything, and then thrown it up on Facebook.
Right. Sorry. What was that?
I mean, everyone did. Let's be honest.
I'm just kidding.
Even I did it.
Good.
I didn't scream
Except
cap
you-
it. I just looked on Facebook.
Only to
I'm
you
like, oh, hey.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
SKB put out a video. I'm just gonna wait like 5 minutes, and like on cue, 5 minutes later, there was like Facebook ding, like someone posting the Destiny discussions, and it's all the cards in the SKB video. I'm like, there we go, much easier.
I just want to give credit where credit is due. Corey was the very, very first person to talk about the Rainbow Mill. So
The
fuck
most-
you, Sugi. He told me about it like the day before you even posted. So it's done. It's done. You ripped him off. Somehow
Boom.
you got into his house.
The most
You mic'd him up because he nailed it. I mean,
the
that
most
was not that.
obvious pairings.
Yeah.
No way. That's not obvious. Are you kidding me? No way. A Rainbow Mill for villains? Nah.
Yeah,
No one
that
wants
would never
that.
work.
That's trash.
Yeah. No one
Yeah.
wants
It's
that.
fucking trash, dog. Get the hell out.
I seriously
So
can't
crazy.
wait.
And yeah, I feel like they built it up too much, and now we're gonna have to wait like 2 months anyway.
Yeah,
Well, especially us.
yeah. The UK players are gonna get all their stuff allegedly this Friday, so we're gonna see the other whatever how many cards that are left remaining.
Yeah,
spoiled.
I heard that was limited as well, though.
And we
Like,
should
they weren't
probably.
getting their full
Yeah.
allotment, but who knows, right?
We'll definitely see the rest of the cards pop up online within the next week. We'll probably see the rival
Yeah.
set, like all the cards spoiled in the next week as well, because distributors
Think-
in the US are getting
think
their
that's-
cards Friday.
That's already posted, actually.
Oh, DB hasn't caught up yet. They'll probably will have it tomorrow then.
Honestly, it's a pretty boring bunch of cards.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
it's in-
saw the Facebook post and I'm like,
Yeah, it's draft, right? So they gotta put all the boring shit in there.
It's all limited stuff like remove one of your dice to remove a die showing damage. Whoa! I guess I'll
Yeah.
The
remove this blank.
lightsaber's pretty sick,
Like,
Corey.
I'll pay one for he doesn't like you. Why not?
Yeah, yeah, sure. A very limited he doesn't like you, let's be honest. Only damage. You can't get like Palp's 2 discard, That'd be too OP.
And so the problem is, I'm gonna look at those spoilers. I can't stop myself.
Yep.
I can't.
It's true, you can't.
And then I'm gonna tell you guys about it, so you're fucked too. Sorry, guys.
Yep. Oh well. Not that.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
wrong.
and also Friday we'll be talking about a different kind of spoiler, right, Corey? So you guys, we're ruining it for you.
Wait, are you guys going to see it Friday and Saturday?
No, we're going
No, we're going
Thursday,
Thursday.
bitch. We're going
God
tomorrow.
damn it.
Fuck yeah.
And
You
then
say,
on
and I
Friday,
should just not show up Friday. I'll show up, hang out in the parking lot after work, like, hey guys, Kate, Corey, going to your place, Kate, let's go.
Yeah, you're anticipating that I'm not going to throw it up on our Discord /Facebook / I'm just going to text you. I just want
block
to
your
ruin
number.
it for one person completely.
just wear earplugs and don't look at your phone.
I'm just gonna block Sean's number right now.
Yeah, it's
There
okay.
we go.
Yeah,
Done.
you wouldn't be the first lady to do that, so it's fine.
Thanks.
I just don't want anyone else to spoil it, so I gotta see it ASAP.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Fair enough. So let's talk about some
All right.
spoilers. Each of us chose our 4 most anticipated cards, I guess, that we wanted to talk about or just
yeah.
comment on. And so I guess we should start with that. So Corey, you're up first with your 4 cards. Which ones did you pick?
we're gonna start with me, eh? All right. Let's start with the coolest card here. Is Force Rend.
Whoa. You had well
What?
connected first, you fuck.
What?
I'm just
No,
kidding.
I can do whatever fucking
Well,
order
now
I
it's
want.
I had the card already pulled up. This is bullshit. Now I have to like type
Well,
in
I'll
Force
read it.
Rend.
How about that?
I like
Picture
how
it
I
in
type
mind.
in Force Rend and it comes up with Crystal Ball as the card.
Oh, that's awesome.
Anyways, it's a
The
3
crystal
cost
ball.
villain blue upgrade. It's got 2 range, +2 range, 1 resource, special blank, blue character only, obviously, and the special is spend resources equal to the cost of a supporter upgrade and play to discard it. Now, first off, this card's expensive as fuck. I mean, you're paying 3 to get it out, or
Sorry.
holocroning it.
I was
which
gonna
is a
say
lot better.
villain.
Whether or not holocron's a good play is whatever.
Holocron's always great value.
But it's limitless possibilities on that special. So if there's something that just annoys your deck or really counters it, this is a card that can get rid of anything. Right?
It's a Butte
Ancient
Clark.
lightsaber.
There's
It's a
no
good Clark.
there's no restrictions on that. It's just supporter upgrade and get rid of it. I think it's great. Unfortunately, it's only for villains. So I'll
What
probably
do you mean,
never-
unfortunately? You gotta get rid of the shield
But,
somehow, right? Because it gets rid of them too, right? No.
Yeah, you can get rid of things like
Yeah, sure. Whatever you want, Sean.
Anything I want.
Just remove a card from the game.
I like it.
But yeah, it's super expensive. But if you could holocron it out, I think it would be. It's kind of like the perfect control card. I think.
yeah.
I don't know. What do you guys think about this special?
I mean, you're spending $2 to get rid of a die forever. That sounds pretty
Right.
great to me. So,
Right.
like,
Yep,
hey,
I
that
like
holdout
it.
blaster, get that shit out.
And this is something I think ever since inspection got hit, it feels like people are just fucking upgrading the shit out of everything, right? With no care in the world, because there's no way to get rid of them besides disarm, but no one's running that. So
Yep.
I think Force Rend maybe on Palp could really see him. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for
Outlast
sure.
people
Yeah, that
if
could
he
be
could
dope.
surf.
Yeah, I think it's. I was gonna say I like disarm, but the problem was is you lost a die. And you just don't want to give up a die. But I
Right.
mean, they gave you a tool to kind of deal with some stuff. But yeah, nobody ever wanted to give
Well,
up a die, right? Now
what
you
about-
don't have to.
What about getting rid of things like second chance, like just the
Right.
ability to get rid of force illusion? Like those are like I'll pay $1 to get rid of force illusion. Sure.
Yeah, I'll gladly
Yeah.
play $3 just to get rid of Second Chance, because
Yeah.
that's definitely worth it.
Exactly.
A
So
lot of
like,
Or,
Can you
or
run
that
this-
second blue saber now, where you don't get
Yeah.
the Shoto going.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. All those combo pieces.
Yeah, run this with like a chance cube, and you could potentially have the money to just pay for it
mhm.
if you can get somehow a single focus in there.
Yep.
Could be
Powerful
useful.
card.
Could be very
Powerful.
useful to pay for all the removal.
Nope, like it.
I don't know if it'll be used, but it's cool. All right. Next card I've got in my order is the Vibro Cutlass.
You're fucking all over the place.
It's I could have just sent you this picture I made. It's
Oh, it's fine.
it's a 4-cost yellow upgrade, neutral. Sides are 2 melee, 3 melee for 1, 4 melee for 1, 2 disrupt, 2 shield, blank. It's got the redeploy that everyone loves. And the best part about it is decrease the resource cost on this die by 1 while this upgrade is on a yellow character. So immediately it's redeploy and it's super high cost. So I don't know. I love playing high cost upgrades, especially like turn 1 or 2. I'll just try and make enough money just to get this out there. The only problem with that is removal is very strong against your high cost upgrade. Instead of playing 2/2 costs, you're playing 1/4 cost. But I don't know. On a yellow guy, I don't know if you get a more solid upgrade for this cost.
$4 has redeploy. All the dies are free. Has 2
Like, it's
disrupt
on
and
yellow?
2 shields. It's not just 1, so I think that's where the value really
Right.
kicks in.
Right, it's going to be around all game.
You know, I was just thinking, you know, who likes this, and it's going to seem kind of weird, but IG's special ability. Just
Yeah.
to get it out, $2 cheaper. It's all black sides, which he likes. I mean, it doesn't
Right.
have money, and he doesn't have to pay for it.
Right.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Give an IG a fucking sword. I like it.
Yeah, I like it.
It has really good strong sides. I like you got your 2 disrupt and 2 shields. Like
Mm-hmm.
1 and 1 seems like nothing anymore, right? You look at a 1 and you're just like, meh, it's 1. But that redeploy, I think, is the real key here. You overwrite, and it only costs you another $2, and you get that redeploy.
Yeah.
I feel like we never really see any 4 or 5 cost. Not that there's a lot, but there's more now. We never see any of those come out into play other than with Holocron. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see this one because it has a redeploy. So you, at least when you spend that money on it, you're going to get to use it again and again potentially.
Yeah.
Well, this is like kind of like the bowcaster in a way, but better than the bowcaster.
Yeah, I
Right.
would say so.
I would say
Because
And
it's all-
it's
it's all
fucking
black.
neutral. Thank God this wasn't a legendary.
I think
Let's just put
I
it
think
that
maybe
way.
the yeah. I think maybe the problem you're gonna find is if you're playing all yellow, how many yellow characters are melee?
Yeah, but it doesn't matter though. It's kind of like the baton for a
True.
bit there. Like baton was in everything, right? It just makes you a little slower, but a 2, 3, and a 4 that you're not paying for, fuck it. Like I mean it's gonna be great with IG.
I just mean like if you're playing other things with modifiers, it's not gonna like help you
Yeah,
out.
that's true.
But I'm just looking at it from a hero's perspective as well, where I'll just put this on Maz so she can do 4 damage every turn.
Oh, dude, Maz likes these. Are you kidding me?
Right. And
Little-
would you ever put this in a rainbow or a 2-color deck?
See, it loses its pizzazz when you have to pay for it. But I mean, maybe you know what? Maybe there's a deck that makes a lot of money and you don't care. So I mean,
Or villains do have ways of resolving those pay sides for free,
mm-hmm.
right?
I mean, if I was running a rainbow deck and I was able to get this out on a yellow character and then have it redeployed over, I wouldn't mind. As long as
I mean,
wanted
late
a little
game
bit
you're
of
gonna have the
insight
buck
over it.
anyways, right? It's early game. It's really gonna fuck you. So, sure,
Yeah, why not?
I like it, Corey.
Yeah, I do too.
Pretty neat though. I don't know if I'll run it.
But it's got a dragon on the handle.
You know,
What?
it's got a dragon on the head.
Yeah, look.
Fuck me up.
It's a-
I'll just get an altered version of there's no dragon.
And
on
is that grape drink beside it? Fuck
Fucking
yeah.
pirate
Right.
sword.
Pirate.
All right, now on to a little more of a boring card. Well Connected is a zero-cost yellow event. Spot a yellow character to gain a resource. Each opponent may draw a card. It's neutral.
Yeah.
I feel like this card's just money, literally.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
I mean, giving your opponent a card is probably like the least impactful benefit, although, I mean, it could be a really impactful card that you give them, but I don't know. Fucking resource for a card seems good.
Yeah.
You know, blue yellow, at least villain side, I know is super popular combo. Enrage for $1, this for $1. Now all of a sudden you got $4. I'm gonna play my Vibro Cutlass.
There you go.
Ooh yeah.
Well
And I
connected,
guess
well
you could-
connected Vibro Cutlass. Round 1.
You could kind of compare this to Truce. So Truce is just a bit faster, obviously, for surprises, but this one, I feel like the benefit is, I don't know.
Yeah, the draw doesn't hurt as much as giving someone a buck can. I mean,
Like, I would never pay someone $1 for me to draw a
yeah.
card. That seems really bad. So to be on the other side, I don't know. It's free money.
Yeah, sure.
I like
No,
money.
I'll-
Money's pretty dope.
Now it is a spot of yellow, so again, maybe you don't play this in every deck.
I mean, Electroshock is in every yellow deck, even if it's dual colored. Got him.
Fair enough.
Yep, you've been gottened.
I don't know. I don't like Electroshock. Anyways,
Nope, like it. Solid card,
So-
Zero. Money making device.
the last card I picked is the Crafted Lightsaber. It is a 2-cost blue upgrade, neutral. Its die sides are 2 melee for 1, plus 3 melee, 1 resource blank. Play only on an exhausted character.
And this is
So-
from the Rival set, by the way, not from Legacies.
Right. I don't. It just seems good to me. I don't care that I can't play it.
Well,
on
2-cost
and use
lightsaber
it
is
turn
kind of
one.
+3 and 2 2s. Yeah.
Right.
And
It's
$2? Oh,
Half
fuck.
damage, half resources. Like, it just seems legit.
Yeah.
It's not like the game's so fast now that you're losing that one turn to roll it out is that bad.
Well, I mean, you could just be a dick, Corey, and just put it on the one character and then bestow it over to K2SO if you really want to. So, I know you got your ways. You make it work.
But I don't know. It seems solid to me.
I actually really like this because round 1, you do your regular round, you see who your opponent's targeting first, and then you play Craft a Lightsaber on whoever's not getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah,
Because
It's
it
a
has no
2-cost.
redeploy, so
50% damage, rest money. Like, it's
It
good.
seems like it's worth 2.5 resources to me.
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of the limitations of a 2 resource at the start of the round, and why a lot of people are hoping for like suddenly like this huge overhaul of like, now you get 4 resources per round, and all the cards cost X amount, and we can do like weird things now, and it completely overhauls the economy of the game. But you know, I can see why you think it's a 2.5.
I think so. Well, like, what's the regular lightsaber? What does that piece of shit look like?
3 has a redeploy.
Yeah,
It's 3 for
three.
$1.
So
Like,
plus
plus-
2.
+2 or +3.
And you
Has
know,
a shield.
blue-
Has a $1. Has a special.
Blue needs money, and this makes money.
It also does make money.
So if you don't hit that damage side, I don't know. I don't mind. I'm not that disappointed hitting the $1 either. Like,
Well,
So it doesn't have the redeploy, but it costs 1 less than the light. Like,
And you
It's
almost
the regular
don't need
lights-
the redeploy. So
yeah,
because at the like I said earlier, at the end of round 1, you can see who's been taking the damage from your opponent, and then play it on the other character.
sure. Or if you're
Yeah.
playing heroes, you got all your janky moving weapons around.
Bestow,
Yeah.
Vampire.
No, I think it's cool, man. Very
Yeah.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
very solid. I like
I
it.
like it. Sean, you're up next.
Oh, goody. Goody. Okay, so I originally did 3. Fuck you guys, but then I just added the 4th one because I realized you guys didn't do it. So, first one I wanted to start off was one that I think, I don't know, the internet lost its mind about, and I just want to hear your guys' take. But Kylo Ren's Starfighter.
Ban it.
Oh, yeah, ban it. So it's a villain, blue, legendary, support vehicle, cost 2, which I love. It's got a 1 ranged, 2 ranged shield, special, and a miss. The special being choose a color, then reveal an opponent's hand and deal indirect damage to them equal to the number of cards in their hand that match that chosen color. So everyone automatically jumps on the, oh my god, we can never play a monocolor deck again. And I mean, it does seem scary, but in doing some thinking about it, I think it's a little bit slower than that you could play around it unless you're sitting on a handful of mono, like yellow. If I'm sitting on a handful of yellow, then you're fucked. But if you've got a couple grays in there and yellows, well, you're going to play a card, equip a card, pitch a card, do whatever you can to limit your damage on it is kind of the possibility. So I think it's really good. We'll have to see. Maybe it is broken. I don't know. I really the fact that it's a fucking 2 cost. Yeah. I love it.
It costs 2.
I don't know if it.
And just being able to see your opponent's hand and make them like try and dump as many cards out as possible per round is a huge kind of issue with the card. Even if it just looked at your opponent's hand and did nothing else, and like, hey, if you guess the color and has the most amount in their hand, or equal to the most amount, then it deals like 1 or 2 damage. I'd be cool with that, but the fact that it does damage equal to the amount of cards that match that color is a huge problem.
Well, and also partnership, I was thinking with it would be very gross. Like you can't stop it against
partnership. Oh man.
Like it's gonna be gross. It's like, okay, I'll roll out Kylo, I'll say blue, I pull a blue, okay, and then I partnership, and oh god.
It seems probably like a 2.5, 3 coster to me. Like if those 2 specials were another 1 and a 2 range damage, how would you feel about that?
Yeah,
because that's basically what they are. They're just not direct. So I mean, 4 damage sides alone is great.
The damage is all base sides too. There's no pay sides. There's no modifiers.
And a shield, which is it's not like a disrupt or something terrible.
It just seems like you don't lose really.
Yep.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be potentially, but
it has info gathering. It's forcing your opponent to play in a certain style. It has damage. And it's so fucking cheap.
I think the only positive to come out of this is that you can remove that die.
Yeah.
Yep.
Force
and it's no command shuttle.
Unlike Kylo, which is going to be around for at least 3 rounds, you can remove this if it's really going to be a big problem.
Yep. Like, oh, this round I have a handful of yellow. Guess I get to remove that one.
Yeah, but seems strong.
I think it's really strong. I think I'll probably be in most blue decks.
We'll have to wait and see. I think with our meta, because I'm just going off of like my luck when I've been playing Kylo with you guys, anyways, and our group, and it's. I mean, maybe it'll be better because, like I said,
good or bad, it's another reason you're not going to play mono.
Yeah.
Like you said, Sean, maybe it's not as bad as it's being made out to be at the moment, and I can kind of see why you feel that way. But mono hates it.
No, it's true. It's true. But also, like, think of it like a lot of the hero mono we're seeing right now. There's a shit ton of shields, right? So, like, I guess if you're hitting 5 damage, that's got to go to all shields. But I mean, the shields will block most of it. So, I mean, the possibility is there. And also, if at that point you're looking at 5 damage, you're going to mitigate that. You're going to control that die. You're going to do what you can, unless you absolutely can't. So, I don't know. I think shields will be good. And I don't think it's quite as bad, but that's just me. We'll have to wait and see. I'm also not a good player, so. Just kidding. All right,
said it, brother.
On to the next one. So the next one I did was someone I didn't give 2 fucks about, but after I've been doing some thinking, I'm liking this old wrinkly fucker. Like,
oh, look who that is on the list, huh?
Yeah. So I went with a Grand Moff himself, Mr. Tarkin. He's a red legendary for villain, obviously. His point costs are 13, 16. He's got 11 health. His dice looks like this. It's got 2 of the indirect. It's got 1 focus. It's got a 2 focus side, 2 discard side, $1, and a miss. Now, what I actually have started to enjoy is his power action, as I'm sure most of you guys do. Remove 2 of your dice showing the same symbol to deal 4 indirect damage to an opponent. And I was just talking earlier with Mitch, just the people you can pair him with, 1 die or 2, it doesn't matter. Like he's got a lot of partners, a lot of 14s, a lot of 13s he can play with. But I don't think you even need to. You basically want him there for the power action, so 1 die is fine.
I think he's single die.
I think the 1 die is. I've heard people talking about it because then he's not a focus.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So
I was thinking, Corey.
it.
You know what I was thinking? That you probably would like this. Like, put him with Jabba. Put him with the fat guy. I want to try that.
Mm.
So everyone goes for Jabba first, and now they have to make the choice. So now do they switch up and go to Tarkin?
I mean, as double elite with 2 discard on each die is
That's
dumb.
insane. Isn't that dumb?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you're gonna
that's
lose a
dumb
hand.
Dumb
You're gonna lose a
enough
hand
on its
and
own.
take 4 damage every fucking turn. I love it. Yeah.
A million kill you.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like maybe it's not the greatest, but like you're probably right. He is probably a 1 die character, but I don't know, that power action, man. It just seems so good. Put a lot of like 1 cost, cheap upgrades, promotion on him. Just get the dice out there. Have
Cheap
him with someone
supports.
blue. Yep, cheap supports. It doesn't matter. He's just gravy. So I think I saw Tiny Grimes was posting some shit today about him, and it was Elite Kylo with 1 Tarkin die, and the whole theory on that one was they have to go for Kylo, leaving Tarkin to do whatever Tarkin wants. So you load up Tarkin with the holocrons and just get everything on him because they have to kill Kylo. So that's probably a deck. We'll have to see what kind of cards are in it, but yeah, I don't know. I like him. What do you guys think?
He's not straightforward, but I like his style.
And you know I don't like red, so that's surprising for me to say that.
I feel like I could build a red and then like a red blue or red yellow deck with 3 characters in it. That's really hard control, and it doesn't matter what I roll because I'm just going to use whatever dice I get and use Tarkin's action.
Yep, 4 damage.
Just 4 damage round plus whatever I get, and then just play a hard control matchup and slowly ramp into better and better things.
You know, the other old wrinkly blue guy wearing a hood has a problem with that because that would destroy Palpatine. So, yeah, I love him. I think there's a lot of potential there. Mitch, what do you think, bud?
Hey, I'm with you. I think he's a 1 die character. I'm with what Alex said. You're building a deck that you almost don't care what you roll in because you're just looking for that pair. And 4 damage is a lot, even if it is indirect. That is going to add up quick.
Yeah.
3 character decks have low. 2 character decks, you're going to just blast through. Like, how do you split that up? 3 and 1? 2 and 2? 2 and 2 hurts, like, constantly, every round.
Well, it's basically Palpatine, right?
Who are you going to attack? That's what I'm curious to see how it plays out. If when we get this guy in a deck that hums, and I think he'll be in a specific deck or 2, I don't think he'll be like this kind of like generic partner. You throw him in because he's 13 or something. You build to his ability there. Mm-hmm. But he's going to be annoying. And in the case of Kylo, yeah, I mean, do you want to go for Kylo because of his roll in? And he has got good dice too. Or are you going to go for Tarkin because he's just so annoying? Like,
let me propose something. E Tarkin, E 7th sister.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So many dice. So
right?
many dice.
5 dice start. ED9 or ID9 droids have the focus on them, so you could focus into what you would like. You have access to the Sith holocrons for free upgrades, and then you have red and blue removal, which are both pretty okay.
I think of the all-in potential with that as well, so it's just nuts.
Yeah.
You have holocron, I mean, with 2 blanks. The chance cube with 3 blanks.
I was thinking, do you build the blank package with this guy? And then play shit like anger and stuff like
manipulate, that? Like, you know, for now, you're like, I want to manipulate. I want to get that blank.
Yeah, like those are all cheap Dice Dark Council has two. Does Dark Council have 2 blanks?
Yes, I think.
I feel like it should, but I'd maybe run the blank package. This guy, see how it goes.
What you could do is you could run Power of the Dark Side.
It does have 2 blanks, Corey. Power of the Dark Side.
That's going a little far into the blank package territory, but you could. Isn't that
You just
2
like
costs?
re-roll. Yeah, it's a 2 cost, but you re-roll one of like, oh no, my chance cube hit a blank side. Let me just re-roll that, and it's either now damage or money, both which you're happy with.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's I don't know.
Corey's
Sounds
looking at me
janky. I
like I'm retarded.
I think
Sounds
the
like
funniest
that's the
part,
right
ironically, the only side I don't want to come in on too indirect. To me, that's his
Yeah.
most useless side.
Yeah, unless
he's
there's
got
one
the
guy left.
Yeah, unless there's one guy left, yeah.
2 focus sides, pretty legit.
Dude, like that's what I mean. He does like you're right, Mitch. That's probably his worst die side, and it's not that bad. I mean,
No.
especially if you have anyone else with him that has indirect. So I don't know.
Like you said, Sean, you roll them out and you get the 2 discard. You going to be upset with that?
No,
Not a
not at all.
chance, right?
I mean, maybe if you want to actually discard it, but then someone
Oh,
else will
man.
discard. You gotta get
You
rid of
play
both
this
of those.
guy. You play this guy with Akbar.
Oh, perfect. I like it. Evil Akbar. Or does Grand Moff go good? I mean, look at him. Look at him. And you know, Corey, this guy is not up mine. This isn't who I'm about, but I just think he's got a lot of exciting qualities. So, potential.
He's
Yeah.
cool.
All right. So now that I chose that one, I'm going to do one here that I'm only talking about it basically because I think the special's fucked up, but we'll go with it. It's Force
Yes.
Wave. It's neutral force, legendary ability. It's an upgrade. Costs 3. It's got 2 indirect damage, $1, a special for $1, special for $1, and a miss. Blue character only, and the special reads: deal 3 damage to a character, then deal 2 damage to another character, then deal 1 damage to a third character. Now, originally when I saw it, I was fucking super jacked because I was just like, oh man, you're going to bounce all this damage around, you're going to murder people. And then when you read it again, and it just keeps saying to a third character, another character, another character. It just doesn't kind of seem the way I thought it would work. So you end up taking a lot of damage to yourself. And then my question to you guys is, will this mean if there's only 2 characters, like if you've got one left and they've got one left, then the special is nothing? Because you can't.
I think you have
So-
to do as much as you can.
If you have 3 characters on the field, like you have 1 and your opponent has 2, you'll deal the 3 to one of their characters,
And then 2 to
another,
you.
2 to another character, and then 1 to yourself.
Yes, that's how I read it. Yes.
And then if you have only 2 characters, like you and your opponent, you deal the 3, you deal the 2, and then it's gone, I
And
think.
then it fizzles, right?
Yeah, I think it fizzles after that because there's no other character it can target.
So like unless it's a kill shot, then it becomes kind of useless if there's only 2 characters because you're bringing them down by 1 more. You're also bringing yourself down by 2, so it kind of seems bad at that point.
Palpatine
But that being said,
might be okay with it because it's like he takes 1 damage, he's probably gonna take it on his shield, or he's just going to be able to like rejuvenate it or mend or like or not mend, but
yeah,
Otagunga, rise again.
yeah,
Well, he probably plays it early and then just overwrites later.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
But
Use it
yeah,
for like a stepping stone for like Force Lightning.
the thematics of this card bother me a bit because it's like you've got this assumed Jedi or Sith and what they can't control, what they fucking push around on the battlefield.
Yeah,
I
they're
feel
pushing
like-
themselves around too.
I feel like if it said like the damage can't be targeted to this character, it'd be really cool.
That also, yeah, that's a bit weird.
Yeah,
but-
sure. And then you could just do your 3 damage and then be done with it. Then that special is still amazing. I mean, you still have to pay for it, so 3 for 1. I mean,
So
it's good, but
I guess maybe they thought it would be too good if you could just choose what to do. I don't know.
I don't think we're going to see it
Yeah.
a lot.
It's,
Maybe when the set first comes out because you're just
Like-
exploring and having fun, but I think when everybody gets down to business, this card goes into the binder.
why would
I
you
mean, it's
use this
4
when you
now.
can just use Force Throw?
I think early it's very good, but then late game it's kind of trash.
Yeah, like that's yes. If you don't get it out in hand two, Corey. Yeah, exactly.
But Alex, you got a point. Like, what is it bumping in your list then? Right? Because you got to bump something to put it in. There's only 30 cards, so are you bumping Force Throw for Force Wave?
Fuck no, not until.
I mean,
Exactly.
maybe-
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Absolutely not.
Does the meta, unless the meta changes to predominantly 3 or 4 characters, then yeah. I mean, usually it does. The meta always seems to shift back to 3 characters. So
Yeah, so we just whenever Martin comes to a tournament, we just tech these in. Right?
Yeah. Martin, who was the other guy that played the 4 wide against you, Corey?
Oh, Dan.
Yeah. Fuck
Dan
you,
the
Dan.
It's a cool card, but is it going to be the next Ancient Lightsaber?
Nope.
Yeah. I was disappointed
Probably
it's
not.
legendary because I just think it's. I'm not gonna chase it. I'm not
Maybe
gonna.
maybe in a year when we lose our awakening, our precious awakening
There you
cycle,
go.
this card might be good, but then we'll have like another full 2 sets to like throw cards
Something
in.
else.
So
Yeah. No, I don't know. I just thought I'd bring it up because like it was one of those cards I was super jacked for, and then
It's cool, but
I was just kind of afterwards. But okay. So now my favorite thing that's been released is the half deflated frog head motherfucker, Newt Gunray.
Oh, Nelly.
Yeah, and I only like him because he's such a dick, so it's fantastic. He's red villain. He's only a rare. I feel like he should have been a legendary. Let's be honest. He's a character. Point cost will be 8 and 11. Health, he's got 8 health. His die is 1 indirect, 1 focus, 2 disrupt, $1, 1 plus 1 for $1, and a miss. But his ability, which I really like, is each opponent gains 1 fewer resource during the upkeep phase to a minimum of 1, unless that opponent deals the top 2 cards of their deck, or discards, the top 2 cards of their deck. So the first thing I want to point out, though, is their very first turn. I don't think that counts as upkeep.
right.
That's setup, right?
I think that's what I've heard. So it's
So-
not quite as good as.
Because that round would have been crippling, but I still think he's really fucking good. So yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear your guys' thoughts on it. I like him because he's a dick and he looks like a deflated frog.
I think that ability is too powerful to be on an 8 cost character.
yeah, for
Yeah.
an 8 cost character, if I can kill him by the end of round 2, it's crippling.
Yeah,
Like if you're going to be taking that resource, because probably need to if you're an aggro deck or a mid range trying to like build up, you're going to lose like 4, maybe 6 cards if it takes you that long to kill him.
Yeah.
Which seems bad.
I'll gladly lose either a resource or 2 cards if it means I can kill him by the end of round 2, but if I can't kill him by the end of round 2, it's starting to become a struggle.
And I mean, he's only got 8 health, but then you're paying 8 points for Jabba to live longer,
yeah, because you still have to deal with this piece of shit, right?
or whoever else you're pairing him with. You can even pair him with like Vader.
What about jokingly we were talking about that. It's like you put him with Vader, and now are they going to lose the $1 or lose 2 cards plus the Vader's going to make them lose 1 from the hand? You're going to be milling them like crazy with that. Albeit when Vader's dead, then what's Newt going to do unless he
I'm
had
just going to straight up murder Newt at the start of the game. Like, nope, you don't get to live.
yeah,
Bye,
which is
Frog
perfect
Man.
for Vader. It's like a 8 health boost for him, I guess. So I don't know. Like
Yeah, and again, you could be making Vader money, and Blue needs money.
I kind of feel like I want to put him with Mr. Plutt, so you can just like they have no money ever. I don't know. No money, no cards. He just seems like for 8 cost, he's going to be in a lot of 3 wide decks that are just going to annoy people, and he's literally there to annoy you.
Yeah, that's the tough part. Is like he's oppressive for being 8 points.
Like,
Are we maybe going to actually see like a real control deck now? Like we have
Working
Mill,
on
but
it.
I don't feel like we've seen a real control deck yet.
Maybe it won't be as bad as we think it is, but it sounds powerful to me.
It sounds really impressive, but let's see how quickly he dies. Because
It's-
Vala can somehow live a lot of rounds, so if Newt
Right.
can live throughout the game, then he's insanely value for 8 points.
Like it's like if you're not paying attention, that's when Mill gets you. You're like, it's just 2 cards. It's just 2 cards. It's just 2 cards, and then all of a sudden you have 11 cards left.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you do it 3 times. That's 6 cards. That's pretty impressive for something that just happened.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you got to kill him. I mean, you can sure he'll be dead by the top of turn 2, and we hear that all the fucking time, don't we?
If I can kill him by the bottom of round 2, he's value. Like if he's getting 2, like if he gets either 4 cards or 2 resources or a mix of 2 cards and a resource,
hmm
he's already made back his points in my opinion because he also has his die, and that could be
Right.
like, okay, well you're gonna take the top 2 cards off your deck. Okay, I'm gonna roll a newt, hit that 2 disrupt, and now I'm
Now
forcing
you're
you to spend your
poor.
money. Yeah, now you're
Yeah.
poor or you're forced to spend and be inefficient.
His die's not garbage. I mean, 2 resource sides, even though one's a modifier.
And a focus.
Resources, man.
Focus is always great.
Nope. A lot of potential there. When he first came out, when I thought that right turn 1 you're getting at, I thought it was like this guy's busted. But then I read upkeep. I did some research, and I heard in another podcast, I can't remember which one. I give him props. They said the same sort of thing. So kind of looks good.
He works with Thrawn, doesn't he?
Oh fuck. He works with
Yeah.
anyone really.
Do you wanna go all red?
Yeah, I mono scary as we say. 19 and 11. Ugh.
Could work. I don't know. There's probably some.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just trying to think of partners right away off my head with thinking about it. But
Oh, he's got lots of friends.
lots of mill happening there.
All right.
You could
Well,
do
those.
the super squishy combo of Greedo, Newt, Bala.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Well, those are the four overpowered ones. I didn't pick any boring ones. I just picked the ones we could either basically bitch about.
Alrighty, Mitch. Start up with you.
Oh man, everyone's gonna have a nap. I picked the most boring shit compared to you guys.
Fucking purple sheep over here.
Oh, purple sheep. I like that. So let the laughing begin. But the first one I thought was interesting, and I don't know why, but I did. It was just plain old outnumber.
Mhm.
It's play only if an opponent has fewer characters than you in play. Remove one of that opponent's dice. It costs $1. It's essentially flank. I liked it because it was another gray, and with Kylo being on the hunt out there, I sometimes look through my deck list and go, what could I add that's gray, just to add another color in there. And I don't know, getting rid of a die for $1 is good. So it's villain. I play villain. So I thought it was interesting. I know it's not an exciting card, but it's one more piece of removal that's only $1. That's kind of unrestrictive if I'm playing a 3-character deck, I feel like. So I don't know. I like it.
3 and 4, I'd like this. So yeah.
I think in a 4 wide, you put this in just like flank right away.
Right? Every time I have 3, I put flank in.
I think 3 would be a meta call, because if everyone's running 3, this is kind of dead unless you kill one of them first.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd be a bit more hesitant, but in a 4 wide, I think it just goes in.
If it had a color, I think I wouldn't care about it. Just moving on. It's another card you put in with that color, but I
Right.
just like that it was gray. I thought that was another gray removal for $1 was interesting.
Yeah, pretty neato.
Yeah.
Finally, villain gets away around dealing with stupid fucking heroes. I'm just saying. Finally.
Riveting shit, I know.
No, that's a solid card, man. I like it.
Another one I liked, Crush the Rebellion. Remove a die showing damage, then deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to half the value showing on that die rounded up. Kind of reversal, but a little bit cheaper. 3's hard to pay for. 2 not so much these days. I mean, you don't like to spend 2, but I don't know. It's not only is it removing a die, but it is doing damage. I've been listening to a lot of other people's theory crafting and how other people build decks and value to cards. And to me, $2 to both remove a die and do damage seems like good value for $2. I don't know how great it is, honestly, but I do find it interesting. So
It's kind of like a
Yeah.
deflect a different type of deflect.
You guys are very excited about Palpatine, so to me, Palpatine can play this for free quite often.
Yeah. I really like this card. It's a red reversal, and everyone knows how big of a fan of reversal I am.
Yeah.
It doesn't do direct damage, so you can't just murder a character with it, but if you're getting a 3 damage die out and dealing 3 damage out of hand, I feel like that's value for 2.
Yeah.
Isn't it rounded down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is? Okay. Well,
So it's
round
like
it
a-
up. Round it up.
like
Showing
a
on
flag.
that die, round it up.
oh, round up. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is it an auto include? No, but do I think it sees play? I think it does. Maybe in my poor deck building anyway. I'm not afraid to put a few 2-costers in there. So
Well, and it's
I don't know.
red. Red doesn't have like a shit ton of removal, if I remember correctly.
And I really like Sienna. Money's not for me these days, so we'll see how she lasts into the next set. But she's definitely a go-to character for me. So yeah, I don't know. I like it.
It's more removal for red villain, so I'm happy with that.
Next, let's see what I want to do next.
I see
Let's
Vibro Sword.
do- Yeah, I was trying to that one or free for all. I also picked Vibro Sword, so it's 3 cost, neutral. Has redeploy, has 1 melee, 3 melee for $1, a modified 2, 1 discard, $1. I mostly liked it because of redeploy. Also gray, again, it's going to fit in any deck, so
And
I
it's a
don't have to
Rivals card,
find.
so
Yeah, it's a Rivals card, yeah. But 3 cost with redeploy. I think melee on the villain side kind of lacks redeploy. I mean, that's why we all liked the Baton so much, I think. Not only its ability was good, but the redeploy was just so strong after you spend $3. And I thought lightsaber was trash. So 3 damage sides, redeploy. I don't know. I like it if you're melee.
I mean, it doesn't have a cool dragon on it, so I'm not sold. I'd prefer the Vibro Cutlass. I'm just saying.
And you ramp into this thing, right? Turn 2, turn 3.
Not even gonna tell me what you think of that. I'm just kidding. No, it's cool, man. I think it's solid. It seems to me like kind of the original lightsaber, sort of.
I do
But
think
it's
the
got that
artwork
extra
sucks.
What are you talking about, dude?
especially on a gray card. There's nothing about it that pops. But
Yeah, it's rustic. Look at that thing.
I'm not a fan.
yeah,
It's
It's
kinda boring, but-
not the art. I think the card is meh at best. Because what does it provide that other cards don't already do, other than being gray neutral? In which case, like, yeah, I guess yellow would like something, but you have Vibro Cutlass. Red has Z6 Ride Baton, which is arguably better because of its ability. And then blue has any plethora amount of lightsabers. So
yeah, but none of them redeploy.
regular lightsabers redeploy.
Yeah, but nobody plays regular lightsaber because it sucks.
Yeah.
You want to play this in your 5 Jawa deck? Let's be honest.
if you're looking for more melee sides, this is definitely better than the regular lightsaber.
Yeah, like I
Maybe
said,
Henderson-
you guys pick some more. Hey, I've been the exciting shit here.
It's just
I was also looking at the list, going, I got to pick something not on somebody else's list. So
That's fair.
it's just not
Yeah.
flashy, but
no, you know what? It's not exciting. I'll admit that. But I don't know. I
it is
see-
a redeploy melee weapon, which there isn't a ton.
and that's why I picked it primarily redeploy melee. So I just feel like there's not a lot of them. Yeah.
I'll be the first to say, Mitch, if someone walks up to a tournament, or if a lot of people walk up to a tournament, and we see like 5 or more decks playing Vibro Swords, I will personally like. I'll give you something, probably like money or something.
That's it.
Oh,
I'm
you
gonna
guys
play-
heard it here.
I'm gonna play a deck with all the vibro weapons in it.
Sad hand job behind a dumpster.
It'll be like a "you did it" mug.
You did it. World's best coffee.
World's okayest father.
There you go. World's okay. Bosk loves this card, okay? Because it's okay.
Okay, so last but not least, definitely one that I am excited. To be honest, free for all, villain, yellow, an event costs 1. Remove any number of your dice, then deal indirect damage to an opponent equal to the number of dice you just removed.
Yep.
I can see this totally working. Fight dirty. I build a lot of decks, in theory at least, on TTS with all yellow dice because there just seems to be a lot of cool things you can do with mono yellow that way. It's one more case where I actually don't care what I'm going to roll out. I just want to roll out as many yellow dice as I can quick and resolve it, especially late game. I don't think if I mulligan this, I put it back in the deck. I'm hoping for it turn 3, probably around there when you're still got both your characters or even maybe 3 characters alive and lots of yellow dice out. And hopefully you've taken out one of their characters. I think this thing could hit hard out of nowhere.
I totally missed this card. This is
I didn't
bonkers.
see it either,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't see it either, and now I'm
Thanks,
looking at it.
Mitch.
I'm so pissed that it's not a neutral card because I would love to play this thing again.
Yeah, go
This
fuck you and your
is-
gin.
This is like
Right?
the
You get fight dirty off, say round maybe, and this is like round 3 or 4. Oh, I like it.
Yeah, honestly, Mitch, I never saw this either. So thank you for bringing this to my attention. I
Yeah.
can't stand up for a few minutes.
I actually feel like it's kind of a bit of a shield hate too. I mean, it might cost you a round of dice, but you got characters out there with a couple of shields out on them. You got 5 yellow dice out there. You play this, and they're probably pinging their shields all up, or at least that way.
I
It's,
feel like if you
Uh,
could go fight dirty round 1, fight dirty round 2, free for all round 3, free for all round 4, you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah,
You
you
live
don't
in the
even care.
dream, right? And then that's the perfect world, right, Alex? But yeah, so
well, and this
and it's
also
only
this,
$1.
This isn't restrictive to yellow.
No.
You could
So
do
you
don't-
something
No.
really silly with this.
Okay,
so
Oh,
this
I guess
kind of
you know what? I
replaces
never
my
actually
theory.
read that quote. You know
Yeah.
what? I immediately just felt like it was yellow dice for some reason. But yeah, now that you point that out, I feel like it's even better.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elite Bala, Elite Greedo, and who else are we putting in there? We need another yellow. Bazine, there you go.
Jar Jar.
Right? Like you
Yeah.
get 2 of Bazine's dice out, you don't give a shit what you roll.
I know, you just want a 5 yellow start and right out of the gate. Like that's all you're gonna do. Exactly what Alex was saying. Like
just
2
kick
free
him in
for
the
alls.
teeth with the Bazine special. You fight dirty, then you fight dirty again.
Free for all. You don't even care what you roll. Oh
And,
man,
that-
Mitch.
And because
this is
it's
great.
so cheap, you're throwing out deadly on all your characters, and then you're just living for the rest of the unblockable.
Yeah, you don't even care. Oh my god, there you go.
So
Well, see, yeah, the boring ones first, and you brought it home with this. I like
Yeah.
it, Mitch. Good job.
You know what?
I'm
This
glad I got
redeems
something
the
out of the
Flamethrower
group.
sword. This-
okay, redeem. Thanks, guys.
Fuck no, it's great, man.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So, a few cards that I want to talk about. First up is Jeddah Partisan. I'm a fan of this guy. Really big fan of him.
The terrorist?
Yeah.
the terrorist.
He's a terrorist.
Look at him. He clearly is blowing things up.
Just like the rest of the rebels, let's be honest.
You're a hero play.
I know.
No, they're all terrorists.
So
Okay, sorry.
he's 8 health, 8 points. He has a 2 indirect sides, a 1 disrupt, 1 discard, $1, and a blank, and his ability is after you deal indirect damage to an opponent for the first time each round, you may discard the top card of a deck. It says a deck. It could be anyone's deck. If you're playing in a 3 or 4 player game, you could discard a lot of people's decks. So, pretty cool stuff. I think he's really neat with Riken, actually.
Mmm.
Yep.
That's who I was
Riken,
thinking about
Yoda,
too.
Riken. Or, sorry, Jeddah Partisan, Riken, Yoda. You get the full color suite. You're discarding so many cards off the top of the deck really, really fast. It seems pretty insane.
I think it's a great tacked on ability. Like he probably could have been printed without it.
Yep.
And it'd still be decent, but I mean, getting rid of a card getting rid of a card,
Yep.
even if you're not in a mill deck. But
Even if it's not in a mill deck, near the end of the game, your Jet of Partisans left over, your opponent's
Right.
used Ancient Lightsaber, throws it at the bottom of the deck, which is now at the
Done.
top of the deck, and you're like, hey, you can discard that Ancient Lightsaber now. Plink.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
okay.
I think it's pretty neato, so really love him. We'll see if I actually use him. Next card is No Cheating, neutral, general, uncommon card. It's 0 cost, deal damage to an opponent's character equal to the number of actions that opponent took during their last turn this round. This is actions, not card ability, so Kanan doesn't count. Ray does count. So anything that like printed on a card that says before you take an action you can do this thing doesn't. No cheating doesn't affect that.
Right.
I think this card is actually. I want to talk about this because I think this card is too late.
Yeah.
Right.
Three
this
sets?
is like a fuck you to force speed kind of, right?
2 minutes ago, this is fucking
And-
needed.
And Rayhan.
So yeah, for sure, people will think twice about like loading up with 2 force speeds and like, do I want to take the 4 actions? So
It's a meta call card, right? Like if it's just there, if it gets out of hand for whatever reason, you can bring this card.
yeah,
I mean, if you do 2 force speeds and you get 0 for 4, that fucking hurts, man.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. That's
you know,
the dream.
It'd be really hilarious if someone did like, in a chaos format, they throw some stuff on Ray, get her out, use 4 speeds, use tack mastery, take like 10 actions on the first round, and then just like straight up no cheating murder Ray. That would be hilarious to see in a chaos format, but that's the dream right there.
Let's talk about the art on this card. I don't know if you guys are looking at it, but it looks like
Yeah.
there's an angry Wookiee spilling some Cheetos.
Or soup.
And
Or
wine.
soup.
And wine.
Are you sure that's a word? Like,
It could be tomato soup.
It
It's
Okay,
wine. It's
it-
definitely wine. You can see the goblet.
he's combed his hair, Mitch. That's why he looks. And he's in the background, so he's a bit blurry.
Yeah.
oh, that's some bad Wookiee drawing. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Tony Foti or Foddy, but that's just not working, brother.
The art's not great on it, but
I'll
I just
give you
like the
that.
ability. Even I
Wait,
think
wait.
2 damage
we know-
for 0 is pretty okay.
Do we know if it's
Totally.
not the R2 unit that was destroying the table and the Wookiee's just trying to catch everything? That's probably what's happening. It's not the Wookiee's just like, whoa, my stuff, bro.
That little asshole.
Yeah, he's in the back there. You don't see his little grippy claw. Fuck, you keep smashing that. That's what's probably happening. In that case, where's that R2 unit? Come on.
That's
Next
a
card I'd
fun
like to
little
talk
card.
about. Next card I like to talk about is Cassian's finally in the game, guys. Final moment.
I'm so happy for you. I can't wait for him to be in the game and he's just terrible.
Yeah, I can't wait for when he comes in the game and it's gonna be like Jin rotates out of the game in 3 months.
Right?
Yeah.
Sadly.
It'll be the set right after she rotates out.
Oh, of course, yeah. So, ready each of your characters after the action phase ends, you lose the game. It's a 4-cost red hero event. It's kind of like this last ditch effort, win the game or die trying. 4 cost seems a little bit pricey, but I mean, if you could hit an agenda, that's pretty dope. And usually at late game, you're going to be sitting on tons of money anyways, so you could theoretically do this as a last ditch effort. So
I love this card.
I like.
I knew
these
you
all
would.
styles.
I knew you would, Corey. I thought of you right.
I just love blowout cards or like cards that surprise people. I don't know if you'll ever play this.
Okay,
'Cause,
here's the dream. You have K2S on someone else. Person with K2SO dies and redeploys the weapon over to K2SO. K2SO readies up, swings, does some damage. Then you final moment K2SO to get 3 activations out of him in a single round.
Yeah.
It's a fun card, but I feel like you really want this with 2 characters, because paying for it to reset like 1 guy is probably not great. But man, if you could pull it off, that'd be great.
Well, if you were gonna lose the next round, and
You might as well
this
do it
works, yeah, you might as well. Might as
Go
well.
on a blaze of glory.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna lose anyways. Fuck it. Or if
You
you
know,
just
it's
want
when-
to play against the guy across from you,
It's when
just do it.
people best defense their character to kill them and lose the game. You're just like, final moment, good game.
Yeah, that's it.
Jeez.
I love it. It's an even better way to say fuck you to whoever you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're saving up a lot of money. I wonder what they're going to be playing this turn. You're like, final moment, good game. And you just pack up stuff and leave.
See you later.
you later,
No,
nerds.
it's cool. I like it.
Coercion.
Yeah, coercion. I'm gonna get you to go ahead and play final moment. God damn it.
Final moment round one when they mulligan. Oh
Round one.
Yeah.
Oh.
god, that would be hilarious if that happened.
Fun
Just you're at regionals and someone's playing this weird blowout deck and they accidentally mulligan and got it and they're like, crap. And you're like, coercion.
Seriously, I'm the guy that I'd have one in my deck.
Guess
I'd
I'm
mulligan it. I'd shuffle the shit out of that deck, pull one card out, and it'd be the same one. Like, first hand, yeah.
Great times. And the last card I picked was Quick Draw Holster. It's a upgrade. It's neutral. It's gray. After you activate attached character, you may reroll any number of their weapon dice. I think this is super handy. Because how many times have you rolled in a character and hits like blanks on everything, or like, ooh, that's the one shield when I could have hit any of the damage sides.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like it. It's especially good against stuff like mill decks when you don't want to discard a reroll.
Now it's just their weapon. If it was all their dice,
Correct.
I'd be much happier. But yeah, it's cool.
Zero. It's any amount, so you can be like, well, I have two holdout blasters, one that rolled a blank, one that rolled the 2 damage. I'm just gonna reroll the one that rolled a blank. Z6 Ripoton, you're like, oh hey, reroll, get reroll.
Didn't work. Reroll again. Nope.
Yep.
Definitely potential there.
I think you'll see this in maybe 3 wide or 4 wide more, so because your characters won't get loaded up.
I think I'll 100% use this with a T7 iron rifle. You're like, what?
we know you will.
4, yeah, I'll take it.
And it could even be good on like Sabine, because Sabine usually doesn't load up full, and then you can reroll her whatever guns you're using
Okay.
when you cheat her in.
Quick draw holster, fast hands, T7 iron rifle.
Jesus Christ.
The dream.
The dream.
2 of them
Happy
are
fairy
zeros.
tale Christmas land.
2 of them are zeros, and you're just like, you have 2 chances to hit that big side, and they can't mitigate it. Even if it's like 2 damage, you're like, I guess I'll take it with fast hands, because might as well, otherwise it's just going to get removed anyways. There we
I
go.
dig it.
We found it.
Yeah, I like this card. I wonder how much we see it. It's definitely interesting.
I'll definitely throw it
Yeah.
in some decks.
Does
Because
it-
that's pretty funny.
Do people start putting Rend back in because of this card? Like,
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
obviously meta call, but I don't know.
I think Ren's going
it's a
back
cool
in
card.
for holocrons anyways, so
Yeah.
in the future.
That was my 4 cards.
Nice.
I've got one more that I feel like we should talk about.
Okay.
And I kind of forgot about it, but it's the other plot card that got spoiled.
Before you do, put it on the Google Drive. I just wanted to make sure it, looks good.
Anyways, have you guys seen it?
I was gonna actually pick it.
Oh, okay.
It's the one where what's the plot
So,
card?
It's called Taking Ground,
Oh,
and
that
you get
one, okay.
to add 2 to the value of your roll for the
Mhm.
battlefield during setup, and it costs 2 points. So
Yeah.
it's kind of an auto included for Palp right now.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
assume.
100%. He needs it because I never
So-
win Battlegrounds with that fuck.
Do you think this card is good enough to build a 28-point deck, or do you find a 28-point deck and just put this in there? You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna adding 2? I feel like almost guarantees you the win.
Oh, it's gonna help so
If
much.
you lost by 1 for a battlefield roll.
Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised it is 2, Corey. That's a good point. Because it would have been powerful at a 1, but yeah.
I'll say this much: I can't imagine there's anything better if you build a deck and you're at 28 points. Like, I can't imagine there's going to be a better plot card.
They'd have to make something ridiculously good for another 2, or something that really fits with a certain style of deck.
Yeah, very specific to what you built. Otherwise, this is the one everyone will play it.
I mean,
Like,
there's a few decks that just don't care if they have the battlefield rule or not. They're just kind of like, meh. But there's a lot
Oh
of decks
yeah,
that do
Fair
want the
enough.
well,
battlefield.
Krennic there, done. 28 points every time.
I mean, what do you when you guys pick your battlefield other than say or command center? Is there a battlefield that you have to have that you wouldn't have the shields? I feel like those two
Uh,
particular battlefields, you usually pick them because you really need them, and so if you win, you pick it. But is there anything else you guys aren't taking shields for?
I if I'm building a fast deck, I always put a battlefield that's strong. Almost every time.
Okay,
So I almost always want it, unless they're also playing the fast deck and they have a good battlefield as well.
those two
But
shields seem so. Yeah.
Yeah.
for Palpatine, I feel like this guarantees because Palpatine already has strong dice for
Mhm.
the roll off, and now he's just going to get his 2 shields or his battlefield every time. That
Yeah,
seems like a solid card.
He could dodge the couple battlefields that really fuck him too, so that's gonna be really good.
Carbon freezing chamber if
Yeah,
anyone ever plays
exactly.
that.
I like taking ground. I think it's really neato. But I don't think I'll purposely make 28-point decks just to put it in.
No. If
Yeah,
it works out,
I don't think there's going to be anything that I'm going to cut a point off a character or something plot wise to make it
Right.
happen. If it fits, great. But if it doesn't, I guess it doesn't.
Yeah.
now, how do you
That's
guys feel
neato.
about the sexy junk shot? Just saying. He's just casually just sitting there like
He's
pew,
he's
pew,
just
pew.
getting up. He was napping.
Oh, was he?
And he's like, "Oh man, I gotta shoot these guys."
The other guy's just like, oh god, hide your shame, hide your shame.
Yeah, come on, man. That's not cool.
No, I
Um,
think
Yeah.
I think it's great.
So one last topic before we close out the show today. Brad posted on our Facebook page. What do you guys think about Mill as a strategy in Destiny? Is it good for the game? Is it a negative play experience? Your thoughts. I'll start off. I like playing Mill. I hate playing against it. Mill is always been a strategy in many games, including Magic the Gathering. It's a strategy in Hearthstone, which is even a virtual card game. Mill will always have a place in Destiny. Whether we like it or not doesn't matter. Does it provide a negative play experience? Yeah, because when you build a deck, you're putting very, very specific cards into your deck to make it work, and when those cards continuously get ripped out of your deck and ripped out of your hand, round after round, it feels bad. There's never going to be a time where like, yeah, I wanted to lose 4 cards. So it will always be a negative play experience. It will always be in the game. Is it good for the game? That's going to differ from person to person.
Well, I think you just mentioned your problem there, Alex. You're putting good cards in your deck. That's
Yeah,
the
sorry.
first rule against mills. You just fill it with garbage and you don't care.
Like
Yeah, never
BB-8,
use them.
R2D2. You're like,
I didn't want that one
yeah,
anyways.
I guess I want Spynet in there. You know what? We're just gonna take 2 decisive blows just because. You know what's really cool? The Delta Interceptor. I really want to run that card. They'll never expect ripping that out of my deck.
Yeah, I think mill at tier 2, if you're tiering decks, is where it needs to be and no higher than. I don't want it to be the number 1 deck in the game.
I think personally, like, yeah, it can be a negative play experience. No one likes that, but it also depends on your opponent too. Because, like, I don't know, Mitch, when you've played yours against me, like, you're just a happy guy. But if you're playing against a dick, or someone's really cocky and they're trying to get under your skin, like some people might want to do, then yeah, that would drive me fucking nuts. And so yeah, play mill against me because I wouldn't like it. Just be a dick as you're playing it. Because
Oh,
yeah,
by the way, I'm actually bringing Mill Friday, so this is a really funny topic.
you're gonna be
So-
late anyways. Just
Yeah.
don't lose the first game. It'll be
So,
fine.
but is mill the same negative experience as tons of shields or cheating in Sabine, or Cat
Only-
Bane, or
Only
what?
if
I would-
Corey, it's tier 1, like you said.
You know what? I was thinking about this before the show.
Hmm.
Um, I have had more fun experiences playing against Mill because it's usually down to the wire than I've had
Hmm.
playing against shield heavy decks.
Oh
Because
yeah.
shield heavy decks feels like I'm smashing my face against this brick wall over and over and over again, hoping that the wall breaks before I have to get reconstructive face surgery.
Yeah. I'd rather get mills than get remove your shields, you put them back. Remove your shields, you put them back. Remove your shields, do 2 damage, you heal it, and then you put them back.
Yeah.
Like to
Oh
me,
man.
that's more of a non-player experience. I do want shields to be good.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That they needed to come back. They needed to be impactful to the game. Um, I don't find them annoying yet. I think they're right on the cusp, but they could be annoying. But Mill's fine with me. A third way of winning, I think, is interesting rather than just two
Well, and I think
swinging back and forth at each other. Having a third threat there is cool.
I think you hit it on the head there, Mitch. If we think about if we didn't have that loss condition, you would not care about pitching to reroll, or you know what I mean. If you had an endless amount of cards,
Yeah,
it
there'd
changes
be
the
no
game.
impact, right? Yeah, um, absolutely. There's been a few times all time you're playing a damage deck and you realize that you're not going to win, but you look over at your opponent's deck and he happens to have very few cards left, and you have a discard die in the pool. You've now re-rolled for the discard. I mean, I don't think I've ever won, but I think I've seen us all go for it because you knew you weren't going to out damage them.
Fader's done that a few
Right.
times.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Or it's like they've done more damage all game, but now they have no rerolls left. So now anything could happen because they just might roll trash the next 3 rounds in a row, whereas you have option.
Yeah.
So I think it needs to be there, but I just
I think you're right, Corey. Tier 2 or even 1.5 under the right conditions, Mill could win. But maybe under the right conditions, maybe it's not ever the top deck.
right.
I don't
just-
want to live in a
but
world where it's Mill v Mill for all the
Yeah.
matchups. I feel like that goes against the
Yeah.
spirit of the game.
Yeah, I know exactly. It does totally goes with the spirit of the game. So, but it should be impactful. I think you should have to think about it a little bit. So
I
Yeah.
play Mill.
Yeah.
I like playing Mill.
it's fun to
there's been a-
play.
It's fun to play. There's been a few games where I'm like, fuck Mill, and there's been a few games where I'm like, that was really down to the wire, well played. Like, they were able to mill the last card out of my hand before I was able to get the final blow.
You're right. I've never just blown anybody up. When I've won, I'm usually down to my last 5 cards too.
Yep.
So
It's definitely like a very like close games with Mill, whereas in my experience playing against Shield, it's always been frustrating. So
yeah,
I would
if I
rather
had
play
to
against
pick
Mill
one
than
that's an
Shields.
MPE, like I said, definitely would be when you Corey just go full fledged shields and healing. That can be super annoying, and we know how to do.
What you're saying is I'm ruining Destiny for all.
Ruining Destiny.
No,
for
not at
everyone.
all.
Get him out of
Not
here.
at all.
I don't even
Ruined.
play Qui-Gon.
Corey ruined. You've ruined it. So
Ruined it.
poisoned
Alright.
us.
Is it bad that I might enjoy that? Anyways.
No, because I expect it from you. Good question, Brad.
Thanks, Brad, for the question.
So the
Interesting
answer,
discussion.
fuck you, Brad.
Yeah, the answer is
Fuck you, Brad.
shields be broke, motherfucker.
Yep.
Wait, what?
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you managed to get this far, I'm really proud of you. It was a longer episode, so thank you if you did stick around. Now we have a burb on screen.
Oh God.
High definition
Yep.
burbs.
Yeah, high def, 60 frames per second, motherfuckers.
It's
Check it
30
out.
frames.
No, he's 60. He's
Will the
60.
camera
I
follow
see 22
Kiwi?
Anyways, so.
Well, but the bird eye can see in 60. Go fuck yourself.
Got me there.
Yeah,
Oh
true.
boy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
hopefully, we'll be doing this every Wednesday now. So the podcast will be coming out Fridays usually, because that seems to be a fairly decent schedule. Record Wednesday, get him up by Friday, so pretty no. And yeah,
Everybody enjoy
does
the
the
movie.
camera follow him?
Enjoy the movie.
Yeah,
enjoy The
no.
Last Jedi, everyone. I know I will.
Go see it.
Go see it, because we might talk about a little bit on the next podcast, maybe.
Might.
Probably
sure.
not.
For sure.
No one listens to this fucking podcast.
Yeah.
We're fine.
The
We
only
can talk
20
about
people, so the 20 people that listen, go watch the movie.
Yeah. Sorry, Dave. You're gonna have to.
We're still waiting for your $1, Dave.
Yeah. Join our Patreon so we won't tell spoilers. That'll be how our Patreon works.
Every time, if we earn over $50, we won't spoil it.
Oh god, he's gonna knock my camera over. All right, let's end this
Knock it
now.
over.
My arm's getting tired. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Oh, he's tapping it now.
Later.
Cheers.
Later, guys.